Joining me now, criminal defense attorney Jan Ronis, to talk more about some of these notable decisions that Justice O'Connor was involved in and decisive in that swing vote. Which is most notable to you when you look back at her time on the High Court?
Well, obviously, from a political point of view, the Bush versus Gore lawsuit, guaranteed that George Bush was going to be the president of the United States. But nevertheless, with respect to some of the more controversial issues on abortion rights, things of that nature, she was a centrist at a time when the court was not as polarized as it is today. And that may have been her greatest legacy of serving as a justice of the Supreme Court.
Yeah, many of our guests this morning have said that the court was more interesting to watch because back then in the 80s, early 90s, you didn't know which way things would go. It was the arguments could sway in either direction, which is why a vote like hers, more moderate, was so influential. It stands out to me the work that she had to do just to break into the law field to begin with, working for free. Talk about her years prior to joining the High Court and how much that influenced her once she was there and broke that ceiling.
Well, listen, her background was such that to think of the provincial nature in which she grew up, when women represented, as it was described earlier in the show, 2% of law school admissions, that just sounds abhorrent today. I mean, she obviously wasn't appointed to move men off their perch, but to have them move over a little bit and make room for women. I mean, I would think that she could be likened to the Amelia Earhart of the judiciary. I mean, she really made a place for women. She goes into that pantheon of women such as Eleanor Roosevelt, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and she's up there with the best of them.
Was she a private person? There's not all that much known about her personal life.
Right. Well, the Supreme Court's a relatively private institution. I mean, they're not, you don't really see much about the Supreme Court justices' personal life, social life, things of that nature. So just by very nature of what judges do, they work in somewhat of a vacuum. And so they're not out there like politicians giving speeches generally and trying to decide on political issues. So just from her background, growing up on a ranch, for being the first woman in many of her endeavors, she led a pretty private life. But once you're appointed to the Supreme Court, you become a public figure and your life is an open book to the public. But again, as I mentioned, justices enjoy kind of a special place among the three branches of government in that they do work somewhat in a very private manner.
And so many describing her today as a symbol of equality, the Chief Justice calling her a trailblazer and a true defender of the law. Jan Ronis, thank you for your time and your perspective, historically speaking, on the justice. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.